I have seen atrocities on many continents and in countries, and I know that in the fog of war, collateral damage does happen by accident. But what I'm seeing going on in Gaza right now, in my opinion, is an elimination of this organization at work. But watch this video and judge for yourself.
Made international headlines. But at hospitals including Nasser Medical Center, casualties from the operation, some of them children, were flooding in.
The mass casualty that day was hundreds of people. And one was a young girl, burned head to toe. I remember seeing her in the garden. You know, to avoid contractures, you have to put them in stiff dressing. And she's a tiny child in stiff dressing like this, watching this puppet show. And my heart breaks to that untold story. It's the injustice of having collateral damage of that nature. She's scarred for life, that girl, because a couple of weeks after that, there was a strike right in front of the hospital. And this girl, our windows faced the front. It was right in front of 50 meters away. 50 meters away. Huge airspace. And the terror on her face. And that's going to stay with her for life.
The Gaza Health Ministry says the number of people killed in the conflict has now reached more than 40,000. From what Dr. Javid saw and filmed while he was there, he believes the true figure is much higher.
I really want the world healthcare workers, ambulance men in their uniform, 15, 20 of them, after the first wave. What does that mean? Have they been hit? Have they been attacked? Or they've been injured?
And while international journalists can't enter Gaza to verify firsthand what is happening, Dr. Javid is calling on the Prime Minister to intervene and stop the killing.
When will it happen? It's happening in front of everybody. We're all watching. Need it to stop. This is the end. There is nowhere else to go. It's not the has to go. And we are at breaking point.
For 2 months, Dr. Javid Abdulmanem witnessed the chaotic flow of casualties through Nasser Hospital's emergency room.
I've worked in Syria, I've worked in Iraq, I've worked in Sudan, I worked in Ukraine, 3 great wars. This is my 7th war. But mass casualties on this scale, on this frequency of civilians is entirely new to me and unique. Here it's 70, 115, 135.
أنا بكون زوج الشهيدة الدكتورة جمانة عرفة أبو القمصان. أنا أطفالي توأم آسر وآيسل تم استهدافهم اليوم بعد تم ولادتهم في 10/8/2024 وتم استشهادهم يوم 13/8/2024 بأي بعد.
When I was a Legionnaire and worked as an independent or as a private military contractor, after my 5-year contract with the Legion was over, we would regularly bump into doctors like this guy you just saw in the video that worked for Doctors Without Frontiers or some other organization. And these people, they're absolute heroes to go to the places that we were going, armed to the teeth. And those guys would be there a lot of times with no protection, no weapons whatsoever. Really good human being. In a lot of these areas, the female doctors, they were encouraged to cut their hair really short or shave it off altogether because they would get raped sometimes at night when they were in like desolate places and stuff. And a friend of mine, actually, she got her throat cut but ended up surviving. Luckily, the group that she was with, they had an ex-foreign Legion guy that was doing security for them, and ended up shooting the guy that came into the tent that night and tried to rape her, but ended up cutting her throat halfway. So yeah, these people are angels helping others, strangers that they don't know. I thought that one of the worst stories that I watched this morning in my news feed was this little boy that you saw in the picture towards the end of this video with Down syndrome, when the IDF came in with their German Shepherds or Malinois or whatever dogs that they are using, and they were biting this little boy, and he was petting them, thinking, you know, they were just pets while they were killing him. He kept petting them. It's just horrendous that they would let things like that happen. Anyone with a little bit of empathy or common sense can clearly see that this kid had Down syndrome, this poor boy. Sick. I want to make clear that I'm not anti-Israel and I'm not anti-Palestine, but I'm anti-war. And the fact that Western nations and the United States of America are funding these atrocities, it's wrong. It's wrong what's going on. And I don't know if people just lost all empathy towards other human beings. But it's a strange world we're living in.